Let's take a look at the chart action for Solana. Alright, so here's what I've been looking at. We have resistance right here, resistance right here. We broke this trend line going to the upside right here. So what I was doing is targeting from the top to the bottom of this triangle. I think somewhere around there. Drag from the top to the bottom, drag that to the breakout, and I was looking at a target of approximately 291. The only thing I don't really like though is that the volume isn't really behind it. It's like there's not really too much volume and we're getting a little bit of red candles. So what I did is I actually took a little bit of profits in this area, and I'm kind of waiting for a retracement to the downside a little bit. I'm not sure if it's going to move down or if it's going to continue to head up. Right now I'm not sure, so I thought to be on the safe side I would take a little bit of profits off the top. I still have a position sitting on Kraken for a longer term. So what I would do is probably a Fibonacci retracement from the bottom of this trend to the top of it. The bottom right here to the top over here. If this was the top, if we break this box out here, if we get a higher high out of this Fibonacci, then it's relevant and we can start to look at this target again. I was also watching this target from this triangle over here. So I mean, it's possible that we're just going to get a retracement down to maybe the 38% level or maybe even the 23% level and then start heading back up. But for now, there's just not a lot of volume, and I don't know, I just have a feeling that it's going to get a retracement. That's just what I've been thinking anyways. I don't know if I'm going to be right or not. So with these Fibonacci retracement levels, the 38% level is sitting at 220, which is this level right here. And I think if we come down and bounce off that, we'll be retesting this trend line, and let's see if it could turn into some support. Like I also said, there's also this 23% level right here. We had support right here, so it's possible we just stay bouncing in between that and then start heading back up, or we come back down and retest this trend line. I think the first level that I'll be watching though is 220.35, the 38% level. Like I said, it's right above this trend line right here. So I'm wondering if it's going to hold support and then we're going to get a bounce and start heading back up. In general though, what I'm watching is this support, and we have a trend line going to the upside right here. Until we break this trend line going to the downside, then I'm assuming that we're heading up, and I'm going to still be watching these targets, but I'll be looking for a retracement in the shorter time period. If we jump over to the Solana to Bitcoin chart, here's what we're looking at. We had a channel pattern going something like this. We broke it to the upside, and what I was doing is targeting from the top to the bottom of that channel, something like this. Drag that to the breakout, and we were looking at a target of approximately 0.004261,601, and we pretty much came up to that area right there. So I guess what we could look at right now is we have support right here and support right here. Let's adjust that trend line so it looks better, something like this. So yeah, we're still on this uptrend, but it does look like we're really testing it right now. I would not be surprised if we broke that going to the downside. We also have a top right here and a top right here, or resistance should I say. So let's adjust the trend lines that we have right now. We could get this top line and drag it right here. That's pretty much our top. We can delete this. That was our target. We could pretty much delete that because we don't need it anymore, because what we're looking at right now is this support line and this resistance line. Like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if we broke through to the downside. What I would do after that is target this area right here, or maybe look for support in this area right here. Like I said, this is the Solana to Bitcoin chart, so if this chart moves down, this is going to be good for Bitcoin, and if this chart starts moving up, that's good for Solana. As long as this chart's moving down, I think Bitcoin is going to be dominating Solana. Like I said though, we haven't really broken this uptrend, so let's see if this is just going to hold support right here and we're going to start getting support, and we'll have to see if we could break up or break down still. I'm not sure. It's possible that it holds support and we come into this area and have to decide again. But yeah, if we break to the downside, I'll be looking at .00316 and .00244. If we go to the total crypto market cap, here's what we've been looking at. We have resistance right here, and resistance right here. We broke that resistance line going to the upside. What I was doing, we also have support right here and support right here. We have this bottom support line right there. What I was doing is targeting from the top to the bottom of this triangle, something like this. Drag that to the breakout. And I'm looking at a target of approximately 3.5 trillion. Let's see if we could close this candle above this trend line. If this chart is moving to the upside, that's good for the total crypto market, and we could be a lot more confident on our bullish targets. So yeah, going back to Solana, we are still in an uptrend on the daily time frame. That's the chart that's the time frame that I'm watching. We have support right here, support right here. Until we break this uptrend going to the downside, then I'm still pretty bullish. But right now it does look like we might be getting a retracement. So I'll be watching this 23% level at 235 and this 38% level at 220.22. It's possible that we stay at this red level, but I don't know. I'm thinking that we might come down here. We might even just get a wick down and then start bouncing up. Like I said, that crypto market cap is moving up, so we'll see what happens. Let's see if we can get some volume and start pushing it up to the upside. Like I said, I still have my position on Kraken that I'm staking, but I took a little bit of profits on my trading. Let me know if you guys are holding Solana. If you guys like this video, hit that thumbs up button.